This is the Dan Gemis Real Estate Show. Heard every Saturday and Sunday from noon to 1 p.m. right here on AM 800.
Thank you for doing a good job as always.
Now back to the show with broker owner and host Dan Gemis.
Okay, yes, welcome back to the show here, broadcasting live from Open Air in downtown Amherstburg, on the street, right in front of our office and in front of the Richmond Popcorn Company. And I'm with Kathy Talbot and Heather Marintet, sales reps for the Dan Gemis team. Hello to both of you.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us today. And I've also got Chris Gibb from Gibb Insurance Brokers and Deputy Mayor of the town of Amherstburg.
Well, good afternoon, Dan.
Hello, lucky to have you with us here. And what do you say, before we get too far, we give away a gift card for the Richmond Popcorn Company. Kath, you've got the screen.
Wait,
Yes.
let me text in. Let me text in
Chris
first.
texting it again. We've got 45 responses from Chris Gibb, but he's not eligible. Press the first button that says draw, Kath.
I knew that.
Yep, there you go. Here we
Maybe
go. The
somebody I
winner
know again.
is...
Terry Ellenberger.
All right, Terry,
Terry
congratulations. You win the gift card for the Richmond Popcorn Company. And producer Christina will be in touch with details. So there you go. And yeah, $50. Good luck picking a flavor. There's lots of them, over 30 flavors to try. The good news is you can test everything in there before you buy. And yeah, you can be in there for hours.
I was going to say,
flavors.
I don't know if you want to
Did he
test
fall?
everything.
Chris, have you tried, because you guys are in there all the time getting popcorn, have you tried the backyard barbecue yet?
I was just going to talk about that. I thought that's a strange one.
Me
but
too.
Very good. Very
Yes.
good.
It's ketchup and honey mustard.
Yes.
It tastes like a burger.
Wow.
It tastes like a
Yeah,
burger.
yeah, burger flavored popcorn. You can't beat it.
Joyce was saying last week here live from outside here that it's like licking the bun of a burger.
Oh my
Oh, you're right. It
God.
is. It's kind of like that.
Kind of. I
But-
just tried it recently. It's good.
It is. It is. It's yummy. So, Chris, let's talk insurance a little bit here. So, we've got a topic today that I'm not sure what it is today. So
Well,
tell
you
me.
know, it's funny when I heard I was going to be on here. It's today's topic sort of mixes my day job of
Yes.
insurance and my other day job of deputy mayor of Amherstburg.
Mm-hmm.
And what I wanted to talk about was cars getting broken into.
Oh,
It's there's a lot of chatter on social media that we've had a lot of break-ins of people's cars overnight, and it's something that we see all the time, all over Windsor and Essex County, not just Amherstburg. And my number one message to people is lock your car and don't leave your stuff in there.
yes. That's the key. You know, I have to tell you, years and years and years ago, we lived in LaSalle. We're in Amherstburg now, but we had I'm going to say break-in, but I left my car unlocked. And they took a pair of prescription sunglasses and some change. There was nothing else that was taken. And so there was a massive, I guess, spree that evening before of a bunch of cars in the neighborhood at the time. And so everybody was saying, please report the incident to the police. That they could just keep track of what's going on and whatnot. So we reported it. The police officer comes over and grabs a report of what was missing and my sunglasses, and that was pretty much it. And I thought nothing else of it. It took a few minutes. I thought, okay, I'm being a good citizen and whatever. It's reported. About, 2 or 3 weeks later, I swear to God, I get a phone call at like 2 o'clock in the morning from the police department. And a good job to the LaSalle Police Department. You know, they were doing a fantastic job, but they called me at 2 o'clock in the morning to let me know that they found my sunglasses.
You're kidding. How do they know they were yours?
Because they had a description and whatnot,
Oh,
and
for heaven's
they
sake.
somehow found my
We need
sunglasses.
to alert him right away at 2 a.m.
Yes.
And they called us at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh, you don't ever want to see your phone ringing in the police department calling at 2 o'clock in the morning, but
No.
just letting me know they found our sunglasses.
Well, they work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so
right.
that's regular office
Like
hours.
realtors.
There you go, just
Exactly.
like realtors.
That's going back like 10, 12 years ago, but we had a good laugh, and we still laugh about it today. But you're right. Oftentimes people just leave their cars unlocked, and people are getting in there.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's something that everybody does. Everybody forgets to lock their car, or you leave something in there in the back seat, and it's just an invitation for someone to try and take it. I mean, the police are working on it. We're trying to, find out where it's happening, when it's happening, if there's some kind of pattern. These days with, Ring doorbells or video, if something happens in your neighborhood and you hear it, check your cameras, because if we can see who it is, we might be able to target that person. But, definitely lock your car and don't leave your stuff in it. And before Dan talks, which I can see he wants to say something, one interesting point I want to bring up is when your car is broken into, and the contents are stolen, the contents are covered under your...
This is my question.
Okay, there you go. See, that's why we work so well together. The contents are covered under your home or your renter's insurance. Car insurance...
Really?
Yes. Car insurance only covers damage to the vehicle and anything permanently attached to the vehicle.
Interesting.
So if you don't have renter's insurance, you're done. Your car insurance isn't going to cover the stuff stolen out of your car.
Actually, I have a question about that. So is that only if it is broken into in your own driveway, or what if you're elsewhere?
No, it would cover it if you're elsewhere. Your personal property's covered anywhere in the world. Sometimes there's limits for off premises, but that was back in the day when we had CDs and cassette tapes. So you don't see those getting stolen anymore.
So the safe in the back of my trunk right now with about, $100,000 in it that goes missing tonight, that'll be covered through my home insurance, is what you're saying, basically.
No, that is not what I'm saying. Not 100,000.
All right.
Sorry.
Wink, wink.
$10. $10.
It was worth a try, Dan.
All right. Okay, so listen. As we know, Chris Gibb with us on the air here, and he's also deputy mayor of Amherstburg. You guys had the opportunity as council to go and tour a couple of spots in downtown, or I guess in Amherstburg. One of them being the Diageo plant.
Yeah.
What was that like?
A few weeks ago, council got an invite, and we all went and toured the Diageo plant where they make Crown Royal. Mm-hmm. North America, if you're drinking Crown Royal, it comes from Amherstburg. So
how cool.
A very local product.
Yeah.
We, the plant invited us over to tour their facility and see where they mix and bottle everything. And it was really, really quite an interesting experience to be in a warehouse with literally tens of thousands of bottles of Crown Royal and Crown Royal Apple. It was, one of those things young Chris has always wanted to do. But they did frisk us on the way out. Aww. And we weren't able to take anything. But it was interesting when we were in the boardroom and they were sort of explaining what they do and how the plant works. They were explaining that they've invested a lot of money into the efficiency of the plant.
Sure.
And they, all the systems in that plant are monitored, and they're electronically connected through a network so that they can tell, if a valve is slow or if the temperature of a product is wrong. And the system that they use to monitor the entire plant is called Skynet. And if you know, where does Skynet come from? Skynet is the computer system in the Terminator series that took over the world. So I heard them use the term Skynet, and I turned to my right, and Councillor Don MacArthur was there, and he looked at me and goes, yeah, Terminator. So that kind of ties into, maybe that would be a nice fictional best friend to have, would be the Terminator. So there you go.
Or Arnold Schwarzenegger. So listen, one more tour you guys did. We only have a couple minutes left here, but another very interesting building.
Yes, we got to tour Amherstburg's water treatment and wastewater treatment plant. And that was quite interesting. I mean, the water treatment plant was fascinating, but the wastewater treatment plant was also quite an experience.
I learned a lot.
Yes, it's funny. They were very proud to tell us that the wastewater that the town returns to the river and the lake is actually cleaner than the water they take in at the water treatment plant. So yeah, it's quite an interesting. It's something that no one thinks about.
Nope.
But you have to do something with that wastewater. And I was very proud to see that the town of Amherstburg is on the cutting edge for returning that wastewater cleaner than we take it out to drink. So
we all just turn the tap on and don't think about it, right? We assume that it's all just there, right? But you're right. So I'm happy you guys had a great tour and learned a lot there.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It was it's really eye-opening and again something that we should all be very proud of.
Fantastic. Chris, always great having you on. You're a great friend of the shows, and you always have very valuable information. If anyone has any questions about insurance, how do they reach out to you?
The best way is just to give us a call, 519-736-8228, or visit the website, gibbinsurance.ca. You can get a quote online or answer any questions that we have. And if you call, Danielle or Emily will gladly answer your questions and give you a quote on all your insurance needs.
Fantastic. That's great. Thank you, Chris. Chris Gibb with Gibb Insurance Brokers and Deputy Mayor of the town of Amherstburg. And can you believe it's already been an hour?
I can't stand how fast it goes.
I know.
I have a little note to say. I
Yes?
used to, when I got out of high school, I worked at Diageo. It was Calvert's then.
Okay.
And I was on the line, and we had to tie ribbons around the whiskey bottles.
Oh,
there was
my.
a black and gold ribbon you had to tie around the neck of the bottle. It had to be perfect in line. But I'll never forget. No, that's probably all automated now. Or do they even have the ribbons?
It's funny you say that. They don't. I didn't see any ribbons there, but they said one of the most difficult parts of the process is to actually get the bottles in those velvety bags.
Yes,
that
we
they
used to
come
do
in.
that too. The Crown Royal
Yeah,
bottles.
yeah. There were
yes.
literally, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of bags being on the assembly line with the bottles being put into them.
Yeah.
That was the most difficult part.
So, Kat, this is why you're you're so great at making ribbons. Tying little ribbons.
That's right.
All those years,
I'll
years
never-
of practice.
I'll never forget the floor lady taking that bottle away from me, slamming it down on the counter. Do it again. Okay. I was so scared. And yet, like if I was the 8th lady in line, I had to pick the 8th bottle.
Oh, my gosh.
And all of a sudden, the 8th bottle was coming and coming and coming, and I'm putting them around. Oh, I was just terrified.
I can just picture
I
Kat
think
now.
that's an I Love Lucy episode.
You're
Yes,
right.
it is,
Oh my
it
God,
is.
it's so funny. Okay, listen, we're out of time. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. We've had lots of fun. If you have any questions with regards to real estate, the Dan Gemmis team is always there to help. You can reach out to us 7 days a week, 519-566-5565. You can also find us on our website at dangemmis.com. We service all of Windsor and Essex County. We're happy to come out there and give you a free home market evaluation. So I want everyone to enjoy the rest of this gorgeous day. Come on out to downtown Amherstburg in open air, which is on till tomorrow night and every weekend between now and the start of September. So enjoy the beautiful weather and shop local. That's key, right? Support those local businesses,
Yes.
whether it's in Amherstburg or in LaSalle or in Essex right now, which needs a lot of help with the construction on Main Street. So get out there and shop local. Okay, so Kath, Heather, thank you for joining us.
You're
Joining us
welcome.
as
Thank
always.
you.
And we'll see you all tomorrow on the Dan Gemmis Real Estate Show at noon right here on AM 800.